Namaste everyone.
पूर्णात् पूर्णतरे परात् परतरे व्यज्ञाते परे हरो संविस्पर सुधर्णमे विकसितो विचितरङ्गादिभिः भास्वत्कोटिविकासितो ज्वलधिका आकाशप्रकाशे परे स्वानन्दैकरसो निमग्नमनसां न त्वं न चाहं जगत् स्वानन्दैकरसो निमग्नमनसां न त्वं न चाहं जगत्. There is neither you nor me nor the world. So those whose minds are immersed in Hari, who is fuller than the full, higher than the highest, whose limits are unknown, who is as vast as the nectar of ocean of pure consciousness, and whose splendor is higher than 10 million suns in the sky at the same time, and whose essence is bliss and who is supreme awareness.
All these statements are about our own pure self. If we keep our attention to this pure self, all our interest in others and others' activities, in activities in the world, will be known as mere a play, a illusion. And this is the end of all sufferings when we realize I am not the body, I am not the mind. I am that pure awareness which is eternal, unborn. Realizing this truth in this body also makes us realize that I am impersonal awareness, not an individual, not a person who keeps saying I, me, mine. At the same time, we realize there is no other. The other in the play can still feel or say, I am other. But when our ignorance ends not for this body, for all bodies, for everything. When in this play of Maya, someone wants to fight against you, and you know the truth, you know that I am eternal. Somehow the other form wants to finish you. Then you have this deep realization that both forms are fake. So all intentions are also fake. That eternal stays the same. There is a Sanskrit shloka, Purnamidam Purnamade Purnasya Purnmadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. The essence is that from this infinite you take out infinite, still the infinite is left. It is whole. Nothing is lost. In ignorance, working, doing, interacting as ego, we are lost. But in reality, nobody is lost. Everyone is realized. When the realized being says everyone is realized, people don't understand this truth, this statement. They think that just as a saying or as a compassion, the person is saying this. But understand the truth. That awareness is always realized. There is no self-realization for that awareness. That awareness is always realized. And the one which is not realized does not even exist. Then where are we? If the scriptures, if the experience of all self-realized beings says that we are already realized, then why we don't have that experience, anubhuti? Why we think we are in a trap? And the only reason is we have never questioned it. We kept going as it is without opening our eyes, without investigating truth in a scientific manner. Even in religion, we end our religious journey with other only. That other we call God. We make a picture, we have a statue, We have a place of worship. We have a name of that other. There is no problem in worshipping self as other for a while to start with, because as ego we always see other. When that other we call God, we start our journey. It has to end with self only. If it stays as other only, then we are always in illusion. Understand this truth. This is very, very important. If you ardently follow Bhagavan's teachings, Bhagavan has said this so many times that the best bhakti, best devotion, best practice is by believing that you are that God, by putting attention to the self. When we say Shiva, we call it a form. Also at the same time realize that you are that Shiva, you are the source. Because other has to end. Then there is no realization. If you don't realize Shiva in your heart and you keep praising Lord as other in a form, but not experiencing yourself as that, I know for a lot of people it is very difficult because of their belief systems and because they have not realized it. We talk about devotion, bhakti, and in bhakti there is other, isn't it? You praise the Lord as other. But in that devotion, our prayer should be that make us one. Allow me to merge in you. At the same time, use this knowledge that I am, and keep your energy in your heart. We can practice both devotion and knowledge. Path of knowledge is keeping your attention on self. And then whatever is happening will continue to happen. In my understanding, best practice is to start where we have to end. Make your mantra that I am that I am. I am pure self. And then when we act at a low level, at ego level, watch it. Thoughts leads to actions at a level of individual. Watch it. No need to fight, understand the truth. This journey, this gap, in establishing as self and acting as ego, if you add devotion to it, your bhakti, it will bring you to the source. On path of knowledge, understanding truth intellectually, remembering it all the time, practicing it to be there all the time will keep you there. Add love to that self. Call that self as the most sacred, whatever you believe in, and see how quickly it happens. Don't think that self is some emptiness, nothingness, so it has no intelligence. And ego is that intelligence which will take you there. No. That awareness is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. It has all the power. It is raw power. We all individuals with our individual talents comes from that only. All plants, all animals, everything, all planetary system, everything what you see, hear, touch, smell, or even if you don't see, everything comes from there. You know, in our body also there are cells which are pluripotent. They can make into anything, stem cells. This energy is like that. It can convert into anything. It can make a lotus plant. It can make a rose. It can make anything so different, so beautiful. Coming back to the source is nothing but recognizing, appreciating from where everything is coming into this body. Whatever talent you have, whatever you can accomplish, understanding it is coming from the source. If you see, there are two steps in this realization. One is that when we act as ego, we remember that no, I am not the doer. No credit goes to me as this body. It is coming from the source which is taking care of everything. So at ego level, we can remember like that it is all that which is giving it. No personal credit for anything. Whatever energy in this body is acting, attending a satsang, doing work, it's just happening in that flow from that energy. If the energy takes away, we can't do anything. If we have a big catastrophic illness, it will finish everything. Then what is the personal credit we always give when we do something good? Or the personal issues and all, suddenly everything will just finish in a stroke. When we realize this truth, when we accept this truth, and it is not that we are making a concept in our mind and then believing on it. We see all the time people finish like that. Next second, we are dead bodies. Then nobody is interested in this dead body. They want to bury or burn or whatever. And everyone keeps moving in their life. They make a picture of you maximum or put your name. How much we are proud of this body and its accomplishments. Know that the end result will be dust. So many millions of people have come on this earth who thought they have made it, they have done it, they have achieved it. Where are all of them now? Now we are in this limited time in a form waiting to disappear soon. Very limited time. I speak like this just to convey urgency, need of the hour to know the truth. Otherwise, the mind will keep us busy in so many things. Maya's grip is very strong. This illusory appearance, because made by that Supreme, it keeps deceiving us. And now the Maya is getting much, much more complex. Now there's AI. So many things are happening which can make this illusory appearance more complex. Keep your attention on self rather than people and what they are doing or not doing and who is doing what. Be in your stillness. Abide in your pure stillness. Bring your attention to this stillness within you. We are this unmoving awareness. Unmoving because it is everywhere. It cannot move. Things move in it. It stays that only. It is unchanging. Unchanging because it has no form. Form changes. We all are this unchanging, pure stillness. Recognize this truth by establishing yourself here in your heart. We call it heart because it is the center, Hridayam, center, source, and also because it is not a thought. If we are operating from mind, then we have to say, come to the source, come to heart. Heart is only awareness. Person is established in mind. That establishment we call ego. That is illusory position. The moment with our interest, experience that awareness unfolds, that mind and working at mind level becomes faint, starts disappearing. As when the sun shines, sometimes you can still see moon. But the significance of moon in front of sun is minimal. It is there, but of no importance. When there is darkness, we switch on lights and it's bright. Paying attention to heart lights up our inner self. And in that light, there is no darkness, no ignorance. We have body awareness. We have thought awareness. We have awareness of things around us. Now develop this faculty of aware of awareness. Even in dream, sometimes we get aware that it is a dream. We call it lucid dream. Same thing happens in waking state. When this awareness unfolds, by paying attention only to that, then you attain your bliss, peace, and all forms are there, including this body form, but loses all significance. Establishing in this stillness, so many activities disappear. So many interests are no more our interest. Life changes inwardly as well as outwardly, getting established in stillness. We all love peace. We want peace around us in our relationships, in our interactions with people. Self is nothing but peace. Self is called Sat Chit Anand, truth, consciousness, bliss. To call it bliss, it has to be peaceful. All the time fighting with your neighbor and thinking we will establish in self, it is not possible. Path of self-inquiry is for everyone who wants eternal peace. When we inquire within, the one which is not in peace disappears. And our real nature is always peaceful. That is why even calling that self as God, as other, taking his name brings peace to our mind. Just taking name brings peace to our mind. And when we establish in that, it is infinite bliss. It is constant remembrance. Abide in your pure inner silence. Disown all thoughts. Let them come and go. Go deeper and deeper in your inner silence. So deep that no thought can reach you. At surface of ocean there are waves, so much of noise and sound. When you dive deep into the ocean, you cannot hear any of those sounds. Give up your form, your name, your identity. All is mental construct. Go deeper and deeper in your inner silence. So no trace of a person is left. No proof of identity within you. So much so that you address this body in third person, that I disappears. In day-to-day interactions, you will use I or you can use, but you know the body moves, the body does, body eats. You are not the body. You are not the body dawns on us when we are established in awareness as awareness, by paying attention to awareness. Attention is the key. When we look within, we realize this self is there. Before that, we have no clue. We keep working at the mind level as a doer, as a person who has relationships, issues. One day you hear about the truth. You look within and you realize, yes, this is that newfound energy which is always in bliss. But you still have a mind, you still have interactions, interest. But now, because you know where to be established, you pay attention to this self. Self-realization to self-attention leads to self-abidance. And in self-abidance, the practice drops, efforts drop, because this is our natural state. Practice is needed as long as there is ego, there is separateness, there is person living in the body. As a separate individual. Someone asked Bhagavan for how long you will continue doing practice. He said till there is last enemy who is attacking the fort. And these enemies are these intrusive thoughts in which you believe. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arunachal Ramanaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you everyone.